He- hello everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of New Frontier. I don't know why I'm doing the voice. I don't know why I put on that weird voice. Alright guys, it's time to get straight into it. The last episode was a lot of waffle. I rewatched it and I thought I sounded half asleep, so yeah. We have hopefully fixed the issues for the quality of the last video. It should be a lot better than the last one. I will look at the end result and see if it is better, but it should look a lot better. It looked really bad the last time, and the other thing is we have got a new microphone. I've been waiting for this new equipment to start kind of recording, and it didn't get here in time, and I just was sick of it, so I was just like, let me record the first episode. Right guys, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We have 100,000. What are we going to do today? So I'm going to buy a combine, or I'm going to lease. I think I'm going to lease a combine. What do we have in the other field? It's sorghum, isn't it? So, sorghum, wheat. Can I harvest sorghum with this? I believe I can. I don't know which one's sorghum. As I said to you guys, I am no expert. I am absolutely no expert. Sorghum, yes, I can absolutely get it with these combines. So I will probably lease this one. 3,800 plus the head for it. So let's go ahead and lease that combine. The Nova 330, it's a mod. Just adds a little cheaper option than the one before. So if we hit combinations, we can lease the header for this. This is going to cost us 1.2. That's okay. Lease that. Boom. Toggle onto our combine in the shop. We're going to get this attached straight away. We're going to get a bit of harvesting done to start the episode off. Yes. Starting off with some farming. I took an awful turn there. Let's just get in here. Might make it actually a little bit simpler because this is a bit chunky. Attach the header, and I will see you in the field. We're back. So let's get some AI sorted on this field. Let's open her up. Do I not need to open? I don't need to open. Okay. Steering assist, that looks good. Show lines, perfect. And here we go. I really need to stop doing the voice. The voice is going to be unbearable. So I was just looking at, just on our drive here, I just got sidetracked because I am, believe it or not, on keyboard. I'm not sure if a lot of people play this on keyboard or not. But I do, for now. I'd love to eventually get a proper setup, but I can only do what I can. So I was worried that because my mechanical keyboard, I was worried it was going to make too much noise. So I've kind of like added a noise gate, just water noise suppression, so you guys hopefully shouldn't hear it as much, if at all. Hopefully. But yeah, here we go. We're underway on our first harvest of this series. Let's bring our header down. Let's get on the line. So, small little field, very small little field. It's cost us 5,100. Let's just say 5,000 to rent this equipment. Hopefully, we can make some of that back. I'm initially thinking chickens. As I love getting horses just so I can ride them, to be honest, but I don't think that would be the smartest investment straight off. We do have a very low budget. I'm not working with much at all here. It might be a bit difficult at first to get started, so I do kind of feel like adding the sawmill in kind of balances that a little bit. Not much at all. This is quite bare bones. A tractor and a trailer really, and a car. So I think early on I'm going to need to set up some productions. We could do sheep. I think sheep just requires hay or grass. So, I mean, we just get a mower, get the cheapest baler. We don't really need much to start that going. I think that might be a source of income. I think we're definitely going to do wood cutting a little bit. because we're just going to have to, especially we're going to have to feed wood into the sawmill. I think that's mainly where my revenue from chopping trees is going to come from. I don't really see myself just selling wood. Just make sure the sawmill is always topped up, producing some long planks, some beams. We'll be making some good money off of that. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for now. Chickens, maybe some sheep. Yeah, I think we can easily get some bees going. Bees are very cheap to set up. A little bit of extra money from some honey every year or something could make a bit of a difference. Could get a bit of extra spending money. So I think that is just about time to. I think it's just about time, I should say, to start our first time lapse of this series. So here we go. Alright, so here we go with our last couple up and downs. We got 3 more. I don't know what the AI was doing over there. Maybe it was on me. I'm not too sure, but we got 1 more little up and down to do over at the end. Let's get started. I wanted to bring you back from the time lapse. Time lapse. Yeah, the time lapse. Time loop, not a time loop. To talk about what I was doing this evening. So it's currently late at night in the UK. It's almost Thursday. It's almost midnight. 1 minute to midnight. I've just been at the pub with some friends, watching the football. I'm not sure if there's much of a farming simulator to football conversion. I'm not sure if many people will have similar interests, but I was watching the game. It was a very good game. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about was not really the game. So it's just me and my mate. He's for one team, I'm for the other. I'm an Arsenal fan, he's a United fan. And let's get the header down. I don't know. There we go. No, get onto the line. Arsenal won 2-0. And that was very good. But yeah, about halfway through, a mate of mine from uni joined us with her friend. And guys, when I'm telling you, guys, girls, whoever's listening, when I'm telling you she was really, really attractive, is an understatement. So here I am, 50 minutes into the game, trying my hardest to pay attention to the game and to keep my eyes on the game and not this girl who's just appeared. It was very hard, but yeah, I thought I'd share that anecdote with you. But yeah, not the worst thing to be involved in, but you know. It turns out that this girl, unfortunately for me, was not straight. So there we go. That was kind of sorted very quickly. But yeah, it was a good night. Had a few bevs. Had a few. What did I end up having? I had a Guinness and a landlord. Not sure if you have landlord other places than England. I could be mistaken there. Here we go on our last up and down, just getting, I don't know why I put the GPS onto this, I really don't, I could have just done it myself. So there's a few things I wanted to talk about from what you may have seen during the time lapse. Let's just turn it off or lift the header. So I brought the tractor on to the field and into the crops. Again, I have mentioned in the last episode, I hate playing with crop destruction on. I know maybe for a lot of people it's going to ruin the immersion and you're going to be like, oh, it's just, no one would do that. I apologise for that. I don't mean to take you out of what you're watching and kind of like annoy you with it. It's just something that I personally really don't like playing with. Just pretend that I've put narrow tyres on the tractor and everything is fine. There are some narrow tyres, to be fair, in this game. They don't really look narrow at all, and they look exactly the same, if not maybe a tiny bit smaller. But I mean, no, to be fair, they look pretty narrow to me, these tyres. But that is just one little thing that, yeah, unfortunately, if it does annoy you, I'm very sorry about. The second thing was there a second thing? Was it just one thing? I think it was just one thing that I had to apologise about to some people. I think while I was harvesting this field, I was kind of thinking to myself, I think where we're gonna go to is I'm going to get not this. Now for 22,000, it's obviously not great, but I think it will allow us to do a few extra bits and pieces around the farm. We can always sell it on afterwards when we're no longer when it's no longer really serving us of any use, and when we have a bit more money to perhaps get, you know, a 60,000 ish baler. There's a few options here for around that 60 to 70,000 mark. So I think we're going to work our way up to that, and I think our first purchase is going to be this, because then we can make the most of the straw. We can get a few straw bales. Now, I don't really know if animals need straw. I don't know which animals need straw. Maybe cows. I really don't know. I haven't over the years haven't really done much with animals. I would already say in the 30 hours I've played this, I've messed around more with animals than in any farming sim. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's hard for me to speak and to actually do things. I need to really kind of get into the groove of multitasking. Not something I'm good at. So, but yeah, do something while you are while you are being proactive. Sorry, not do something while you're being proactive. Do something while speaking. That's what I meant to say. I wish the lines would kind of just go off after a point. I think I have to I'm just going to do that. It annoys me to see the lines when they're no longer needed. Let's get the pipe out. I think we're looking good. Perfect. It even shows me my trailer limit on the top right. I'm not sure if that's vanilla game or if that's some mod I'm using. I couldn't tell you. It's very, very helpful. Yeah. Love to see it. Love to see it. The render of the wheat doesn't look great, but you love to see it. Am I gonna... No, I'm gonna have 6% left. Right, okay. Not an issue. Not an issue. I'm just gonna take this harvester all the way back. I say all the way back. It's not very far. Alright, we're just going to empty that harvester, we're going to put the pipe in, and we're going to take the harvester to the next field. On to sorghum we go. Can I check on here? No, it would be on here. If... So, cows... Okay, horses. Horses do eat sorghum. I think that one there's sorghum. I really wish I could memorize these. I'm pretty sure hay and sorghum, or hay and oat for the horses. I'm not gonna get horses though. I'm not gonna get horses. Sheep, I am correct in saying. Oh, so we need water for that one. 48 grand though, and I don't need to water them. It's just too expensive. I think if I were to get sheep, we would have to go for this, meaning I'd have to get a water tank. But that's not too bad. 14 grand isn't bad. Chickens, very, very cheap. And I think I'm right in saying I can just give them wheat. No water. Yeah, no water. Absolutely. I don't know why the poor chickens don't get any water, but that's just the way it is. And then bees again. Bees. It wouldn't be too bad to maybe spend a little bit on getting some bees and just getting a bit of, I know it would be slow, but bit of honey. I'd love to get a dog. It's just not reasonable with the budget right now to spend. You know, it's more than 2% of the budget right now on getting a dog. It's just not worth it. He's not gonna make me revenue. He will make me smile, but he won't make me money. So that's just for now gonna have to be a no-go. Right, on to the sorghum field. Let's just really quickly check something. No, it's growing. Yes, okay. I'm being a silly Billy. It's not the season. Sorghum S. That just means it's been. Does that mean it? That means it's been planted in May, right? And that means I can collect it in September. I'm assuming that's what it is. That makes sense to me. Because if not, I'm a bit baffled. And why I can't harvest. It seems logical. It's not something I've actually, funnily enough, encountered lately. Maybe in previous farming sims. I don't remember. My memory's terrible. In this one, I have not come across that. So, I don't know what to do because that's going to cost me a lot of money. I should have looked at that before. Right. How much? It's daily. Is it a daily fee? I don't know where I'm going here. All these menus have changed. I was getting used to them. Yeah, I think we're just gonna. Whatever the outcome is, I think unleasing it to release is silly, and it won't save me money. Keeping it, and hopefully it doesn't cost me the same amount. That was a bit silly, but it's okay. We move, we learn. All of this experience. That's what I do like. I really like about this game. Every time I play, every time I do something, I'm getting a little bit more knowledgeable about various things. Might be silly. I'd love to. It's not silly. I'd love to own a farm one day. Nothing huge. Nothing. Just I'd love to own a little farm just one day. I think it must be such a nice, peaceful lifestyle. Yes, it must be a lot of work. But it must be very rewarding is not the right word because it's getting increasingly harder for farmers to make any sort of living. But it must be calming on the soul to find some good way of putting it, I suppose. Right, silo meets wheat. You guys are going to be becoming good friends for now. I think. Again, I'm always lost on these prices. W wheat. So if I were to sell it, obviously the best selling point is January. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. I think this is mainly going to be for my chickens. From what I remember, that they don't consume too much of it, but I'm not too sure how much I actually have. Or wheat, I didn't actually check. I think the trailer's 8,000 litres, right? So 8,000 plus the little bit I had. Yes, 8,000 plus the little bit. I was about to say, that's so weird for it to be 8,300 capacity in this, but that's the extra little bit we put with the harvester. Okay. Right. Rightio. Turn you off. Get out. The wheat is in there. You're ready for sorghum tomorrow. Two options. We go put wood in the sawmill, or we buy the baler and we start baling the straw. I think the straw can wait. I think the straw definitely can, actually. We are going to get some wood for the sawmill. Struggling to find my words. Right, now in the last episode I mentioned briefly and then never touched upon it again. I said I'm going to explain some of the rules that I'm going to add for this series. Just personal preferences of mine. It's the way I kind of play. That was a weird turn. It's just kind of the way I play. Some of you might, you know, might be typing right now, how could you? This is just what I'm going to do. If you're looking for a reason for it, I think you can just pretend I've got someone on the farm helping me lift a log. I will be using super strength, which I'm not even sure I have. I do have super strength turned off right now. I think the carrying limit is slightly too low. Maybe if I, as an individual, it's more or less fair, but let's be honest, I can't get a helper to help me carry a log into the trailer. So we're just going to pretend that I've just got a friend helping me on the farm lift some logs onto a trailer, and I'm going to use super strength for anything that is under 300 kg. So anything under 300 kg, it's fine. If not, I need to do it the proper way, meaning, you know, using a tractor, using a front loader, all of that. So let's convert that to bale, customize. It costs me absolutely nothing to do that. So yes, the reason I'm doing this is so I can fasten the logs down to the trailer. There is some, I didn't even check if my starting tractor could have a front loader. Surely, right? Absolutely. 1,500. I think we're going to target small trees and just not going to have to bother with that. All the really tall ones you can see, they're very easy to debranch. They're very easy to kind of like just load up. The big ones make more money, take more, is obviously more capacity for the sawmill, but it's much more of a headache to deal with. Farmland, we're going to just kind of have a look. So we're kind of on, in the like bottom corner, we have a lot of farmland where we're going to go get some trees. But I think for now, although I do like having a bit of a forest at the back, there is a few too many though. I think we can seek out a few that we can chop. This one over that way. Let's get my chainsaw out. So whichever way it ends the cut is the way it's going to fall. So if I'm holding it this way and I end the cut here, it's going to fall that way. If I turn it, it's going to go that way. So, yeah. Look at me. I'm trying to give some people tips. Most people know that. If you don't, now you know. Let's cut it about there. Brilliant. Timber. Not the player who scored for Arsenal today. Another Timber. Alright, let's delimb. This is the way I've been told to do it. Go next to the tree, kind of just hold either the left or the right, and just kind of go up along it. You can also do this. I thought delimbing was really broken at first. I think it's actually not too bad. I think it was just knowing the technique to delimb. Right, there we go. I wish I didn't have to deal with such long grass, because I'm going to struggle to find my log. I'm going to start with 3 meters, and we're going to see how much that weighs. 322 kg. I am going to be brutal with this rule. It's already cheeky of me to up it. If it's, I'm going to obey. I'm going to obey what I said. I'm going to obey what I said. Anything over 300 is... If it's 300 on the dot, I'll accept it. I'll accept it just because of symmetry and that. But if it's anything above 300 on the dot, I will not use super strength to lift it. I wish there was something I could set, like a how strong are you kind of trait. Like, I can lift this amount. That would be a really nice little feature. It could easily be done, I'm assuming, with some kind of mod. But, I don't have it. That does not exist for now. That's where my cut was. I'm assuming that's good enough. It breaks my heart cutting this. Although it doesn't actually matter, I don't think, because, yeah, 266, that's fine. So, please don't lose trees in the ground. I hate when that happens. realistically, me and a friend on each end, if I worked out a hell of a lot more, we could lift it. In my current state, absolutely no chance, but it is humanly possible, I think. It's humanly possible that one person carries it, but then loading it onto the trailer kind of thing on your own, that's a bit of a reach. Of course, there are some people who could do it. The average person definitely could not on their own. Even with two people, you're looking at a hard day's work, but definitely doable. That was, however, not doable. I didn't mean to pick that up. That was 700 kg. I meant to pick up this little 50 kg. This little 50 kg and just chuck him down. Yes, that's what I need to do to not get the torch out every time. So 3 meters. If we do 3 meters again, we should be fine because it's getting obviously thinner. So 200 kg, absolutely fine with that. Please do let me know if you're watching, if any of you are watching at this point still in the video, or if anyone's watching at all. Leave a comment, leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. But do let me know what you think about this little slight rule to just, I would say, what is acceptable and what's not. Some people just play with super strength on completely. I don't. When it comes to pallets, you know, all of that, I will use what's needed. I'll use the pallet fork. I think we can go 3.5 with this one. Absolutely. 188. No problem. 188, we're getting down to a weight where I definitely could drag it along the floor. Lifting it up onto the bed so easily, definitely not. I could be dragging it though. We're left with 351. And we are left with about 13 meters. So if I come to the middle, more or less, if you can see with the lumberjack mod, or it might be another mod, there is a measuring thing. And I was thinking just before that happened, I was like, I really wish there was a way I could measure these logs. And God, when I saw there was that tape measure thing, I got so happy. So that's 260 kg. I have no idea what that would be in other metrics. In pounds, I forgot what I said now. Yeah, it's about 500 pounds. I think 1 kg is roughly 2 pounds. And this is the problem with small logs. I'm right in front of it. There it is. That was the problem with the grass. I kind of like going into the build thing to see. Kind of just lean that up there. And chuck it down. Amazing. Right, you've seen me do one tree. I'm going to rinse and repeat on eeny, miny, this one. I don't care. This one it is. We're going to rinse and repeat with this one, load it on, and I will bring you right back. Well, that wasn't too hard. The second tree was actually a lot smaller. Yeah, I obeyed the rule. All these logs are well under 300. I overshot it quite a lot actually. I didn't realise how much shorter this was. This isn't going to add too much. So for the small sawmill, this is something that I added to the map. It didn't come out of our starting budget. I added it as if it was already on the map with the other things we have here, the store and the garage. So let's just bring this around. There we go. Take all of that. We'll unstrap. Now I believe it's 14,000. It is. I just saw it by the corner of my eye. 14,000 total. We've just added 2,227 litres of wood. It's an interesting one that it measures it in litres. Sure. I don't have much of an opinion on it. It doesn't really matter to me. We filled it up a little bit. We're absolutely going to keep working on that. Something I really like to do on this map. I hope you don't mind too much. So I've another rule I haven't mentioned, but this shouldn't be too bad. Is we can only do, there's only very limited amount of contracts anyways. Because we own field 1 and 2 now, so obviously we can't do, so we can only work fields 3, 4 and 5. Because I don't. 6 isn't. I think no. 6 is the plot number, isn't it? I think. Yeah. So there's only a few fields where we can do actually contract work, and then there's the deadwood, and then there's the wood transport. So the rule is I have to be able to do it with my own equipment. I cannot borrow items. We cannot do that. Okay, I thought it was going to ask me if you wanted to lease, not just lease. So we've cancelled that officially. Oh, that just cost me. Did that just cost me $200? Are you kidding me? Did it actually? I don't know. I saw a minus 200. I got scared there. Hell did that? What happened there? No. 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 So if you're wondering what all of this is, land purchase is self-explanatory. I bought 2 lands. I actually had to buy this one as well, and then I sold it. But it obviously doesn't matter because then I reset all the money back to 100k. So I don't actually have to walk you through this. So just in case you're wondering why it looks all weird, it's because I obviously, to do all the landscaping in the beginning, added a big budget and then obviously removed it to end up with 100 grand. I don't see if it got rid of $200. It doesn't really matter. I don't think it did because I said something about it costing 5,100 for the leasing equipment. So no, that cancelling that contract didn't cost anything. It's fine. I must have saw something saying minus 200 and just assumed wrong. So let's go into our sawmill. We've added a bit. We're inactive on all of these, so we're going to activate. We're going to activate, and we're going to activate. I am very unsure still if it's worth just keeping one activated and having the others turned off, just focus on one of them, or if it's better to have all 3 of them active. I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure if it, instead of producing these 2, it makes extra. I don't think so. I think no matter what, it does 24 cycles. It takes 41 litres and makes 18 beams out of those 41 litres. It does it 24 times a day. That is what I'm pretty sure. The question is, so does it do that 24 times a day, that 24 times a day, and that 24 times a day? If it is how I'm thinking, it's best to have all of them turned on because it's more profit. It obviously means it's going to cost more wood. So that is the one thing that you're like, oh, okay, maybe I should just have it focus on something. But I think it is overall better to have it on everything. So that is what we're doing with that. Right, I've come to the shop myself to buy our next purchase, our second purchase of the series. And that is going to be what we spoke about before. We're going to go square balers. We're going to go this one. These bales are very small, and I can lift by hand, so that is brilliant. Standard twine's empty. Is there a benefit of having standard twine or having... Oh no, because empty means I'm going to have to purchase it? Does it mean I'm going to have to purchase it? Sorry, I'm not too sure what they've changed. Twine. I will need twine. And then that's the wrap. That's the wrap. These 2 are the nets and twines. Right, okay. So, I think it's better to just have it come with it, right? I think so. Right, that's what we're going to do. Don't know why I did that. I never changed license plates. I could not care less. But yeah. Comment down below if you want me to add. I will add whatever number plate that I can do here. Obviously, as long as it's reasonable and nothing crazy. But yeah, if you comment down below, I will put the custom number plate after you. I'll name it after you. Right, 22,300. Let's go ahead and buy. When you only start with 100k, boy does it hurt spending that money. But it is an absolute necessity to make some money. Oh, overshot that completely. It's an absolute necessity to make some money. I don't think this is a mistake. I think this will be useful, especially if we have some animals, just to get them some food early doors. I literally just need a mower after this, and that's not going to be expensive, and then we can already provide food for our animals. I think another thing that's going to be very important for us to buy is going to be this for 5 grand. I think, as a matter of fact, we won't commit to it just yet because I haven't purchased the animals. But I think that's an almost definite. I think that's definitely where we're going to start. So that's like 6,000. Let's just call it 6,000. And then an extra 3, more or less. And then 14. So, you know, we're looking at 25. With the money we have, I'm looking at these possibilities to be our best option. It's affordable. I mean, just definitely, right? Get that upgraded afterwards, but we start off with this. It's cheap. We mow, we bale, we feed the animals, we get products. I like it. This could be in our future. This is a very small one. I don't think could be too useful. Maybe something like this. 15 grand. And then we're also looking at Tedders potentially. Again, we have some cheap options here. Definitely some cheap options. So no matter what, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be able to breathe financially. So that's a good thing. Right. Boom. Unfold. Sorry, my bad. I can't. There's obviously no choosing bale types. We're gonna turn it on and we're gonna start baling. Yes, we are. I will see you on the flip side. Alright, it's coming up to 6 o'clock in the evening. We are on I'm on I love not being able to speak. I'm on my last up and down. I'm going to end it with that one there. We're going to turn that off. I'm just going to clean this mess up a little bit. Oh, I went too quick. Went way too quick. I don't think I've got the angle on it anymore. Well, that'll have to do. Just clean that up a bit. We're going to leave the rest of this work for tomorrow. It's been, I think that's, we've done the headlands, we've done, yeah, I think that's about half. Maybe, actually, to be honest, it could almost be more than half. We'll be able to find out because we have the bale counter on. We're currently on 24. Let's empty these last two. There we go. 26. So we'll see if I get to 52 or not. I reckon about 50 is where we'll get to. I think we're about halfway. Let me turn that off. Yeah, for people who don't like leaving tractors in fields, I'm leaving everything in all these fields. I've got a trailer. I'm going to start loading these bales. That's what I'm going to spend a little bit of this early evening doing. We're going to load some of these bales into this trailer. I think yeah, I think we're going to go like that. I think so. Seems good to me. Right. Alright, we're done for the evening. I probably could have stacked more efficiently. Jesus Christ, don't tip. I definitely could have stacked more efficiently. It doesn't really matter. And I probably also could have just finished the baling and then done all of that at once. But I kind of like sometimes separating the two to some tasks to just not always make it so repetitive after a while. Do a bit of this, then do a bit of that, and then go back to it. And then, you know. So tomorrow we're going to finish the baling. We're going to finish loading it up. There is one last thing we're going to look at, though, before we end today's episode. And that is we are going to get some animals. I think we're going to start off. We're going to start off with chickens and bees, I think. And I think in the next episode, or maybe the one after that, we'll then get sheep. I kind of want to... we need the water. We need a bit of the hay. Probably actually just feed them grass, I think, at first. So we're not going to do that first. We are going to do chickens. Now, I can hold a lot more chickens in this not great looking pen than I can in this one, which is more expensive. So, I want to prioritize efficiency over cosmetics. I think that is our best way forward. Now, chickens, we don't want them right next to the house. We might want to make this field a bit bigger, expand over here. We also might want to do something here, might want to do something here. Where do I want my chickens? Get all those chickens. I think this is a lovely little space for sheep, I'm not gonna lie. I really do. I really do. We have a lot of land. Could chuck them here. Like here even. Like just off the... I think we could do something like... I don't know what I'm doing. Just having a mess around, and then something like this. Not too, yeah, that's not bad. It's kind of like we're using up this angle, I think, from the shop. We have to put the water... Wait, I don't need water, just food, and the food goes centrally, so I don't mind this for a starting location. If I'm not happy with it, we can always change it when we have a lot of money down the line. So something along those lines. We'll look for a cheap-ish spot to put it. I'm happy with that. Boom. Chickens! Hell yeah. Alright. And then kind of just like... I mean, we're not going into fine detail because then I'm gonna spend so much time on that, but something just along those lines. But now it doesn't look too bad. One of my biggest pet peeves is the terrain in this game, and I don't know what's been going on. My level seems to be very weird. It seems to be a bit delayed when I do things. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if it's just me. I'm hoping for a patch at some point. I'm just gonna dance this around just to make sure we're okay. Cool. I think we are okay. So that's chickens. We're not done yet. We're gonna go... I think this is an... Oh, I don't mean to... I don't know what was going on there with the camera. We're gonna go like here. Gonna add maybe a bit of gravel. I don't really know. Stairs come out this way. Just gonna do a bit of this. Just a bit of this. And then... I think this isn't too bad. Again, it's all just provisionary. Can go in and touch things. Whoa, go in and touch things up, make things look... That didn't sound any better. It sounded worse. We can go back and change things. You're gonna say you're too close to the tree, aren't you? So I think if we do this, do a bit of this, and then hit B, so I can kind of just do it anywhere I want to. Oh, look at the deer. What's the kind of setup I want to go for? I kind of want to do... So it is on both sides, so I think we can do like a little... It's $3 a pop. Okay, I need to not... I'm in my head, this is like dirt cheap, but $3 is $3. But I do think having just something extra that doesn't cost us too much is going to be worthwhile. Surely this has the most production, right? It must have an impact. it must have an impact. So we're going to go with the expensive one. If you do know, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if I've just wasted my money or not. We're going to go 1, 2. That's what we're going to do. Boom, there we go. We've got beehives. And then we need to spend an extra $200 dues. And have a spawn point for them. We're going to have eggs. We're going to have... Maybe we'll go greenhouses back here, have this like our production kind of area, make the most of the back end of this map. Production area, I think I'm fine, honestly. I'm not too sure how heavy the pallets are. We can always get a tractor back here. I think we'll rotate it. It makes sense having it close by, so I think we're just gonna do that. Yeah, works for me. Works for me. Bees, place for the bee pallets, the honey pallets. Chickens. That is where we end things off for today. So let's run to the chickens. Well, not the chickens, to the coop. We come almost out of our... I mean, this is all our property, technically, but if we're kind of thinking about it, this is kind of my little farm area. I've got a little bit of land over across. Doesn't look terrible. It's nice to see this hasn't got grass sticking out of it. Placement looks fine. I'm happy with it. Obviously, I'm not... The fence doesn't look great. I wish they had a little place they could go if it was raining. I'm not spending extra money for that. 32 chickens. 32 chickens is what we can do here. So, we're going to buy them young. I'm not spending 50 a pop, and I'm going to go... They're very cheap. I think we just go and get 20 straight. Or do we just go and get 30 straight away? They're so cheap. Don't even let them... I don't need to start reproducing. I think we just get 32, 108. This dirt cheap. It's barely anything. We just have to feed them wheat. Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, look at all those chickens. How cute. Can't wait for them to grow up. Ah, it's adorable. It's official. We've got our first livestock on our farm. Hell yes. I'm very, very pleased with that. And I think that is where it's going to wrap up for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please do comment down below. Leave a like. Subscribe if you're watching this. I'd really appreciate any kind of feedback or any kind of anything. Any kind of viewer engagement. Thank you. I'll see you all in the next one.